Once Bitten here with Game 2 of Grail Quest 2014, my Bretonnians versus a Dark Elf army. This is one of only 2 games in the tournament that does not use a battle line. This is actually a blood and glory scenario, so we could be up 15 inches to the middle line, and of course you can't deploy within 9 inches of the side. And I think the game continues all 6 rounds, but you get 800 points if you break your opponent's fortitude first, and you get 400 if you break your opponent's fortitude second. Other than that, there are 2 random scenario objectives that I just don't remember. And yeah, if you're unfamiliar with the tournament, just watch my introductory video. So on the far right, he's got some fast cav, a bolt thrower in the woods. He's got 2. They're great stags. He's using great snails as proxies. Then he's got a master with a cloak of twilight on a dark Pegasus, an ancient stegodon for his monster choice. He's got 20 corsairs with the banner of swiftness. Got a war hydra, a unit of, I think they're dark shards now, but crossbows with his BSB in there. Behind him, he has a high beastmaster. That's what I love about comped events. You get to go against things that you just never normally see. But that's his general on a mana core. He's got another bolt thrower. He's got another war hydra, and then he has a sorceress. She has dark magic, and of course she has the Tome of Furion and the ruby ring. So on the very, very far right, I stick a trebuchet. You know, my feelings about trebuchets are if somebody's going to go after them, a lot of times I just don't care. I just need a round or 2 of shooting, and after that, whatever. I'd rather his fast cav be going after my trebs in my back line than up redirecting somewhere else. So anyway, he's there. I've got my Great Bale Taurus, my 3 blocks of knights. Looks like my general and my BSB is in the rightmost unit. The speed paladin is in the middle, and the challenging paladin is in the left. So it looks like I have standard of discipline on the right, banner of swiftness in the middle, and on the left is the flaming. There's a trebuchet behind him, and then peg knights here to the side. So I move up just a little bit. I'd really like my peg knights to get a charge on his bunker. I mean, when I look at his list, the monsters don't scare me too much as long as he can't get, a 2 or 3 monsters charging at the same time. Other than that, and I don't fear his blocks, so there's nothing I really fear. I don't know what to fear about his army. I don't like that he has this high beastmaster and his other characters that are flying around. That makes him very difficult to manage. But I decided just not to worry about it. Yeah, I mean, what can he do, right? So he vanguards over here to get close to my trebuchet, and he decides to take the first turn. So Dark Elf turn 1, you can see his master, the Dark Pegasus on the right, flies up out of my line of sight, and I'm getting so frustrated myself because it isn't that hard to angle my guys out just a little bit. They don't have to face straight ahead. Just angle them out so people can't just on turn 1 fly and get outside of your line of sight. So the master on the right is going to cause problems. If you look on the left, he flies things up over there. So there's just this big gap in the middle. But my feeling is I can move straight ahead. I've got a Stegodon, Corsairs, a Hydra, a Battle Standard Bearer with his crossbows. There's enough points there I can rush forward and get, and everybody else is just going to have to come to me. So there's the right. So I'm going to get 1 turn of shooting with this bad boy, and then he'll be gone, and that's okay. And here's on the left. Now, I can't see his general in the mana core. I can see the Hydra, and if you look at the very, very far left, you can see a little brown spot there. That is his sorceress way outside of my line of sight. And I kind of feel the same way about her as I do the master on the right. I just can't worry about it too much. So the question here, I'd rather my peg knights go after his battle standard bearers unit, but they're just kind of too far away. I'm likely going to fail that charge. So another option is to charge the Hydra, and that's just iffy. When I did the math, it seems to me that I should do 2 wounds to it. He should do 1 wound to me, because once I do 2 wounds, he has fewer attacks. So I should win by 2. His general's right there, so he'll be on leadership 7. Odds are he breaks, but odds are there's about a 50-50 chance, and we'll go from there. So that's a decision I'm wrestling with at this point in the game. So Brett's turn 1. My Great Bale Taurus on the right charges his 2 great stags. Otherwise, I just move up to where I can get pretty easy charges on my turn, but I don't want him to get easy charges on me. I do not fear being charged by anything he has, but I don't want to get charged by multiple things. That's where I think I'm going to get into a problem. So there's the Great Bell Taurus doing his thing, and I decided to charge the Hydra over here. I didn't want to fly these guys up and park them right in front of his crossbows and then just get charged by his Hydra or something, his other Hydra. So I figured I'd take the chance. If I do a couple wounds to him the first round of combat and he sticks, odds are the second round of combat he again, I should do maybe one wound to him, and he's probably only going to do one to me, and we'll just fight it out. But he's not double charging my night blocks. So then my Treb opens up. This Treb, oh my gosh, game one, he was taking stuff out left and right. I mean, he hit a fire dragon on the head twice. He landed one or two direct hits on my opponent's bunker. This game, it is turn one. I land a direct hit on his general's head. I roll a 1 to wound the Manticore, I think. I don't think I wounded the Manticore at all, but I killed his general. Absolutely, oh my gosh, absolutely huge. Huge. Oh my gosh, the Trebs are just stars of this game. So the Great Bell Taurus goes in and easily beats the Great Stags in combat. I don't know if I beat him or killed him, doesn't matter. Either way, I have to overrun. His Master on the Dark Pegasus is right there. He has Leadership 9 and fails it and runs away. Now he's running this odd angle because of where I was. So he's actually running right back towards my trebuchet in the lower right-hand corner. So that's nice. It buys me. I don't know what this guy can do in combat. I'm not really that worried about him in combat, but I'd rather have him fleeing than doing anything else. Here on the left, yeah, I do. I don't think I do any wounds to him. He does a wound to me, and it's a push. So that I didn't like that I didn't do any wounds to him. Him being at full attacks, he probably should have done at least a couple wounds to me, so I was happy enough he didn't do more. And this is where I'm kicking myself for not having a musician, but he probably would have stuck even if I had won. So we go to Dark Elf turn 2. His fast cav charges trebuchet over here, and his on Leadership 9, his Master on Dark Pegasus fails to rally and runs right off the board. And actually, he just, the angle was awful. He was literally was angled right through his fast cav, and when he hit him, if you moved him an inch away, like right here in this picture, I'm showing that if I butted him up right against them, he's right at the table edge, and so put him an inch away and he's off the board. So just really, I mean, that's rotten luck. I mean, I had 2 trebuchets aiming for his general, so I don't know if it's rotten luck that I killed his general. I mean, I had a 2/3 chance, I think, of hitting him. But this guy not failing his panic test and then not rallying is a little bit ridiculous. So otherwise, his sorceress on the left flies up behind my Peg Knights just to do the kinds of things that she does. The Manticore charges the flank of my leftmost knight unit. So he's going to have a charge and a flank. I'm going to have a banner and likely 3 ranks. If he does 3 wounds, I might have less than that. So for the most part, I'm relying here just on the resilience of knights, and knights are resilient. So, and the Manticore isn't nearly as good without the Beastmaster. With the Beastmaster on there, he gets plus D3 attacks, so that helps. The Hydra tried to charge and failed it, so I was very happy to see that. If he had both those monsters come in, that causes a lot more problems. The Ancient Stegodon charged my General's unit, and I am very happy with that. So here's the Manticore on the left. Here's the Stegodon. I'm going to go up 1. So when this happens, when I'm playing Bretts, what I'm finding, Bretts are much more powerful in the way that they don't take wounds and can just get all this static combat res, much more so than by what they kill on the charge. They can kill some stuff on the charge, but it's just, somebody charges it, they're just hard to wound. And if you're relying on wounds, you never know what could happen with their armor and their ward saves. So there's a Stegodon. I've got a Heroic Killing Blow, and if I don't get that, I still have just a ton of combat res. And here's the left. And his shooting is actually pretty powerful. Hurt that unit quite a bit. And after combat, his Hydra didn't do any wounds to me. I did at least 1 wound to it. There was no leadership nearby, and The Hydra doesn't have great leadership, broke, and my Peg Knights ran him down. I was very happy about that. You can see the Manticore right there. He charged into the flank of my unit. He did, I think, a wound, maybe even two. Even if he did two, I was still going to win combat by at least a musician. His leadership is awful. I think it's a 5, and he easily broke, and it's going to be difficult for him to rally. Otherwise, oh, and so instead of pursuing him, because that just would have put me in an awkward position anyway, because this happened on my opponent's turn, I just reformed that unit and to face his dark sorcerer or his sorceress, and she's going to flee. I think I have a very good chance of catching her and just mop up those points. What's more important is to take care of his battle standard bearers unit. There's a lot of points up there, but my thinking was the unit, my middle knight unit, is the movement banner one, so it's got movement 9 and plus d6 on the turn it charges, and they've been depleted, but it's not going to take much to beat what a small little unit of crossbows. So they can easily make that charge. My general's unit can charge the Hydra, use the heroic killing blow to great effect. My great Bale Taurus they can't charge the Corsairs, but he can fly up and lay a breath template on them, and I think I'm good all the way around. Yeah, there's the Stegodon dead. I don't think it broke. I think we killed it. I think my lord got heroic killing blow on it. I need to keep track of all the things this guy's killing. My trebuchets and my heroic killing blow lord are just killing it. So these guys kill my trebuchet, and their overrun was like 2 inches. And we go to Bretonnia turn 2. So let's see, on the very left, my Knights charges Dark Sorcerer. She flees and she gets away. She is at the side of the board. My Peg Knights can't charge anything, so they fly up to get an auto charge next time on his bolt thrower on the top left. My Banner Swiftness unit gets into his BSB's unit. My General's unit gets into his Hydra. My Great Bale Taurus flies up to drop a breath template on his Corsairs. So there's that. And now I'm not worried about this. If she doesn't rally, great. If she does rally, that's a very easy charge for me. Here are these things. I think it's going to take his Manticore a couple turns to get off the table, and the longer it takes him to get off the table, the greater chance he has of rolling a 5 or under. But if I can win the combats over here, I can turn to face him, and even if he rallies, if I can get a charge on him, I'm not worried about beating him next time. There's more goodness. And I have nothing else really to shoot my trebuchet at. I mean, I guess he has a stone thrower at the far right, but I aim it at his sorceress, and of course, I score a direct hit. This is just ridiculous. Everything I need, game 1 and game 2, well, game 2 especially, everything I need is just right there. So, yeah, the Manticore drops a flame template. He only kills 5 guys, which I don't think was that great. But my General's unit comes in, and I don't know if I got heroic killing blow on the Hydra or if I broke it through combat res and let it run off the board. I think I heroic killing blowed it, to be honest with you. And then I just stood there, and the Corsairs failed their panic and ran away from the nearest enemy unit, which was my Great Bale Taurus, and my opponent is just absolutely screwed. If you look at the top left, his BSB and his crossbows are gone. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So we go to Dark Elf turn 3. The bottom, he moves his fast cav up so that next turn he can charge my trebuchet. His Manticore fails to rally. His Corsairs rally. And then he has 2 Reaper Bolt throwers. So there's that. If you look at his Manticore, he's got 1 or 2 turns left. Probably next turn, if he doesn't rally, he's off the board. And that, and we both of us look at the board, we look at each other, and my opponent's not having fun. I mean, who's going to have too much fun with that? So basically, I think he offered. He said, "Tell you what, give me the trebuchet points, and you can, basically, what do you think you're going to kill of mine?" And I'm like, "I'm going to kill everything of yours with the possible exception of your fast cav." And I mean, my Great Bale Taurus is going to fly over and be able to charge his bolt thrower. My Knight's going to charge his Corsairs and rip them to pieces. Peg Knight's going to take care of the other bolt thrower. Your Manticore is going to go off the board, and if not, I've got Knights on just south of that building that are going to move around and can charge if I need it. It's the top of turn 3. This is ridiculous. Easily by the end of turn 3 or turn 4, my opponent was going to have nothing on the table except maybe fast cav. So we just called it, because even if he keeps his fast cav, it's a 20-0 victory. I achieved all of the objective points. The sad thing is there's only 4 that were even possible this game. I know you got 1 for every monster you killed with a max of 2, and I got that. And I think you got 1 for killing this general. I don't know, whatever it was. I got all 4. Some scenarios you can get extra ones, and that would have been nice. So yeah, just bad. I mean, I would love to say it was because I played brilliantly. I did. I don't. I think I made a mistake in my deployment, allowing him to get out of my line of sight so easily. Other than that, I don't think I made any big mistakes. But it's not. It was just some really awful luck. The one thing I told my opponent afterwards that I might do differently, and I said this only because he asked, is that you just really need to get multiple charges in there. A single monster against any ranked up unit is always just a little bit dicey. Against knights especially, it's tough. They can't thunderstomp. I've got great saves and all that. So as for the tournament, yeah, I've got 24 points this game at 41 points total after 2 games, which puts me on table 3, which means I'm in 5th or 6th place. So yeah, that's actually a little bit higher on the tables than I like to be, because a lot of times those top tables, it's just cutthroat up there, and so we're gonna have to see how that goes in game 3 when I have to face Chaos Dwarfs. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hey everyone, Once Bitten here. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. As you know, YouTube has several functions you can use to interact with videos such as this. You can like the video, you can leave a comment, you can favorite the video. I want you to know that I appreciate it when you do things like that. It feels much more interactive than simply me talking to a screen. So if you're willing to do so, please like, comment, and favorite the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you want, and you certainly are welcome to share this video on your blog or other websites if you are so inclined. Again, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.